All right, Coach, you can start us off.
Cannot be more prouder of a group of young men and coaches, and I'm first and foremost happy and thrilled for them. Then secondly for our fans and our administration, the people of Rebel Nation that have had to go through losing the momentum in this series. I understand that's difficult. I've lived it, and I've been through it, and know how important it is to this state, to our university, and I think our kids were very aware of that tonight. I think our coaches did a great job of going through the week and making sure that whether a kid was from Tennessee or Alabama or Florida or Illinois or California, they better understand that the University of Mississippi is signed them on and paying for their scholarship here. This game is important to you. And I think our kids proved that tonight. And, regardless of how you motivate your team, every coach has to decide what is best for him and his program. I do think we went about it a little different than maybe some. We didn't play out of hatred for anyone, or it was more about playing out of love for one another in this university. And thought that our kids proved that how they cared for one another in the way they performed tonight.
Raise your hand if you have a question.
Coach, you pretty much had your way with them in the second half. Different from the first half. What was the difference in your mind?
The difference was no two shank punts, no three turnovers, no kickoff return, no blown coverages. Really, that's if you look at the first half, the reason they scored the points they did, we blew two coverages, we gave up a kickoff return, and we shanked two punts and gave them short fields. And second half we didn't do those things, and we ran the football more effectively in the second half, and really felt like we had some things in our play action pass that we could throw anytime. I would have been really disappointed if we couldn't have thrown some play pass, and it was very effective to us all night. And so I think though the big difference was just that, and the defense just decided at halftime we challenged them and just do your job, and we did nothing special. We didn't bring many blitzes at all. We just said line up and do your job, and then line up and do it again, and don't give them the cheap long passes or scores. And if you're supposed to contain the quarterback, contain the quarterback. And when we do those things, we've been pretty decent. We stopped the run tonight. For the most part, I don't know what they had rushing, but didn't feel like that they were hugely effective at rushing the football. But I just think we're so young over there that sometimes our eyes get bad. We kind of do our own thing, and good teams make you pay for that.
Coach, can you talk about Moncrief's night? Did you sense that coming? Did you smell it coming?
Yeah. He was
all week long.
All week long. And just really felt like we had a good matchup with him. And he had about enough of hearing how good their secondary was, and felt like if given an opportunity without double coverage, he was going to win. And we happened to call some plays at the right time where they didn't have a safety rolled over the top of him, and he won.
Your first two drives in the second half, really most of it on the ground, really kind of established what you were doing in the second half, and really the run to set the pass right away in the second half.
Yes, I saw at the end of the first half when we went in some tempo stuff that they really didn't like that a whole lot, and just made up my mind at halftime we were going to sell out the first few possessions and go our tempo stuff, and seemed to be effective.